Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome. This is Nicholas Orsa. I have a guest host since my color man has actually made the top 5. I know it's a miracle. It's been almost a year. But you've heard us talk about him for a long time. Didn't put the name with the face. Joe Stepniak, one of my original master players out of Westminster, Colorado. Joe, thanks for coming in and giving me a hand.
No problem. It's my chance to get back at Nolan. For
absolutely. For all the abuse. I love it. All right, we have separate finals today because with our Memorial Day Singles Classic, we have 2 separate tournaments, Classic and Masters. And there goes my pen. Go ahead, gentlemen, up to the line.
Oh, he's coming back to give
It's my Italian, Danny. I got out of control.
All right.
Go ahead up to the foul line, buddy.
Well,
everybody's a comedian.
Already.
Yeah, here we go. All right, on 31 and 32 to our left, our classic final is going to be Chuck Von Hort now out of Greenwood Village up against Mark Sullivan out of Colorado Springs. Mark's going to lead the match. They're going to shake hands, and they're going to get started. In our Masters final today, we have Steve Dudek, who won a roll-off. Steve's out of Commerce City, and he's going to be bowling Danny Regis out of Colorado Springs. So, guys, go ahead and shake hands, and we're going to begin match number 1 in each one. This is stair-step finals. 5th bowls 4th, the winner bowls 3, winner bowls 2, and the winner bowls are leaders.
Unless we have ties.
Yeah, thanks. Which we've already gone through. That's my boy, Mr. Ty. Where's Ross Kelly? God, I have no control over you people anymore. All right. This weekend we were on the PBA Bear, 40-foot flat. Scores were low. But it did take 55 over in 3 games to make the Classic top 5 and 48 over in the Masters.
Yeah, definitely a tough shot.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No margin for error. You leaked the ball outside, it stayed outside, and if you short stroked the ball or pulled it in a board or two, it hooked almost off the lane. Very difficult. I think the high game all weekend scratch was 257. That was at 258, something like that. And that was Ralph Pruitt. Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah, I was all the way up to about 13, 14 revs today.
Ooh, boy, they had to be flying. They were flying.
Yeah, let's see whether Steve has his flaps up or down.
Oh, yeah. Wow, it's going to be our Dudek all day. I can guarantee you that.
He's going to get it over those heads.
Yeah. Yeah, Danny has dropped down real low-energy ball, trying to get the ball down the lane, taking his hand out of the ball. Meanwhile, your son, Chuck Von Hort now, who we haven't seen in a while, leaves a 9-pin. Mark Sullivan did make his spare.
Yeah, Chuck gets lined up. He's got a shot on this.
That's true. Steve Dudek, unfortunately, started out with an opening frame. Danny can take an early lead. Steve had a 1-pin advantage in handicap. All right, no problem for Danny. No problem for Chuck. Okay. Good money this week. The winner in the Classic division is going to get $3,038, and the winner in the Masters will get $1,913.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Weekend.
Yep. Nice to, we don't do it a lot, but it's nice when we can break the membership back down into the old Classic Masters tournaments.
Yeah, it's a change. I remember when we'd have, a couple hundred Classic and 100 Masters.
Sure,
and
every week, yeah.
It's be crazy.
That looked pretty good. Oh, a little high.
Yeah, just likes to flip at that end. Oh, just had a microphone adjustment here.
Uh-oh, I hate that.
Maybe they shut it off.
No, I can hear you, buddy. And Chuck's trying to get the 2. Ooh, 210.
Dropped it.
Yep. All right, so he opens in the second. He's got 26. Mark on a spare. And he already has I believe it's a 14-pin advantage in Mark's favor against 14. Chuck. And this is a 1-pin difference with Steve Dudek having the advantage.
Yeah, well, both these guys are capable over here. One pin is right where it's at.
Yeah. Oh, he almost did the Dudek backdoor strike.
No, looks like he had flaps down on that one. He didn't get it too far down the lane.
Really? Good shot by Mark Sullivan.
New strategy, yep.
That was a nice shot.
Yeah, I was watching him early in qualifying. I think he had a string of about 6 or 7 in a row.
All right, Steve's on the board. Converts to 1-2. Fifth place today in the Classic division is going to pay $344, and fifth place in the Masters is going to pay $271. Oh, that was a great shot by Steve. All right.
No doubts on that off of his hand.
Mark trying to double early on Chuck Von Hort now. Crosses over, leaves a 310.
Yeah, a lot of crossing over today.
Oh, boy. I was laughing even in qualifying. I was telling some of the guys, the best shot right now for a right-hander is the 1-2 because the carry percentage was real high.
Yeah, I thought some balls were going to hit the 10-pin and all of a sudden flip. I'm over on the 1-2. I'm there, wow.
Yeah. Oh, pulled the ball. 1-2-8. And next week we're on the Badger.
Yeah, but that's a Cold Creek.
But that's a Cold Creek.
That'll play like 23 feet.
Well, I wouldn't say 23, but it's not going to play like
dry.
52.
It's dry, yeah. No, definitely won't play like 52.
So actually, with that in mind, having more friction on that surface, that pattern should not be that difficult. Because even though it's long, the volume really isn't that much. But it playing with that high friction surface, it actually might be a pretty good shot. Oh, Chuck almost did the same thing, but
some of us can make any shot difficult.
Yeah. On any given day, too.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Danny went spare open, and Steve is open spare strike. Trying to get back up here. Just down 5 or 6, unless Steve doubles. That was a nice shot.
Ooh, got that one.
Good job. All right, good ball by Dan.
Kicked out that 4-9. Everybody's got one open up there.
Yeah. Oh, Chuck high again. Ooh. Couldn't quite carry the 10 out. Chuck's been with us a long time, too. Chuck joined when the Masters first started in 1995. And the funny part was he had 2 300s with me in a couple years. And at that point, the only 300s he ever had were all in ABT.
Yeah, I've had one in ABT, but...
well, and then you had one here this year, right?
Yep, I had one here. Yep. All on the right side.
Well, I don't know. That's you talking.
I have witnesses.
Did they sign a paper?
Yes. Pictures and everything.
Yeah, I'm sure. Ooh, thin mixer and he carries. All right. All right, Danny needs to get this one here, get back in the match. Mark Sullivan trying to get at open out of the way. He did the same thing as Chuck. Pulled the ball, leaves the 3-6. He was actually up 19 going into this frame, and Chuck opened, so he could take a 30-plus pin advantage here with this spare conversion. Danny trying to get a double. Crossed over and gets it. All right.
Yep, a familiar sight today.
Yes. He's now up 4 pins, and he can extend it to 14 with another one. Mark Sullivan, yes.
Oh, he got it.
Almost hooked away. And he maintains his lead. He's up 30 pins.
Ooh,
nice shot.
That was a good shot.
Dan's got a very, very good look on 35. Extends the lead to 14 pins.
So give me a chance to wash him. I haven't crossed with him that much, and I don't,
Yeah, he said he bowled with me. God, it's been probably 6 or 7 years ago, and he just came back and started bowling again with Sean Thompson. Nice ball, Steve. Knocks the lead down to 4, and he can take the lead over with another one.
Yeah.
Danny's a good player.
Come on over here.
Will it hold? Ooh,
Yes, it
that was
held.
a great
Good
shot.
Ball. Good ball. Man,
Wow, both bowlers are three-baggers.
Got those flaps adjusted correctly now.
All right, Mark Sullivan makes difficult 3-9. So he's got 66 in the fourth with a mark. So he's up 28 pins over Chuck Von Hort now, right now, with the handicap difference added in. Chuck needs to get going here.
Get it out.
Looks good.
Yep. Looks good.
That was an
Good
excellent
ball.
shot. Yep, excellent shot. Now this is the lane he's had the problem on now. 31 needs to make a correction there. Ooh, light.
Ooh, almost
just leaves
carried.
a 5.
Almost carried that 5. A little double here will put everything back to
Get him closer.
snuff.
Yeah.
There, I can't tell from this angle. Oh, yes, right there.
Oh, and Danny misses a 5.
Chuck's just.
Oops. That was huge miss. 131 with an open in his 7th. Wow.
Yep.
He's down 30 now. Steve can just about put him away. He's got to regroup, finish strong. He's got 3 frames left.
Yep, got to put some pressure on.
Yep. Mark Sullivan. Oh, high through the face.
Nope.
Lucky just to leave the 6-10. He yanked that one. Ooh, almost carried.
yanked it perfect.
Yep, almost. Yeah, almost did it perfectly.
I know all about that.
Joe, if I remember correctly, way back when we did a TV show here, I think, wasn't it, with CSB or ACB? Weren't we here at Sierra Vista at the time?
Could have been. We bowled in several different houses.
Yeah.
But
Hard to believe that was 25 years ago already.
time
Crazy.
flies when you're having fun. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Because I joined ABT in '98, and it was before that.
Right. Oh,
he got it. He got it. Ooh, got
Wow,
the
now
7-pin, man.
he's just putting the nail in right now. 4-bagger with 2 frames to go. And Mark Sullivan, ooh, same thing. Got very lucky, went high through the face, but only left a 6-10. And Dudek,
no.
3-9-10 in the 9th.
Kind of looked a little off balance at the line on
he
that one.
Stood up on it. As you can tell, Steve wastes no time. Knows what he's got to do. He goes up and does it. And that's not going to come back. No, not out there. That is Twilight Zone. So he's got 182 in the 9th. And best Dan Regis can do right now is 211. So he can force. Actually, he can force.
Yeah, because they're only 1 pin apart.
Right. He can force Steve to double if he can throw the last 4 here. So it's not out of reach yet.
No, never out of reach with these guys.
No. All right, Chuck working on a double meanwhile.
Look a little high. Ooh, it's set. It's set. From
perfectly.
this angle, it looked like it was a little high, but then it just set right there.
Oh, okay. So he's got 149 in the 8th. Best he can do is 199. So Steve just needs a mark with good count at this point. And that's even if Danny strikes out in the 10th. Hold on. Oh, boy.
That ends.
158. Best he can do now is 188.
Yeah.
So now Steve just needs
Hit the head.
seven pins and 2 balls in the 10th frame. And no.
Nope.
So Daniel Regis is going to go in 5th place in the Masters today for $271. Just wrapping up his match here, and then Steve will finish out.
Another good match here coming up, Dennis and Steve.
Dennis has been throwing the ball good today, too.
Yeah, he did yesterday. Saturday in qualifying. He starts out with the first 7, and then bang, split. But he still made the cut, and he's here.
Yep. Crosses over.
Okay, that's it.
That's all he needed.
Didn't even need that.
Yeah. Nice shot by Mark. 122 in the 7th. He's still up with his handicap.
Yeah,
He's
14
up
pins.
six pins.
Yeah, you could,
All right, Steve Dudek converts a spare, so with a strike, he'll shoot 202 scratch. 219 with handicap over Dan Regis, 193. Oh, okay. 201 and 17. 218 for Steve Dudek, and he's going to move up. Take on our 3rd seed, Dennis Glessman, in match number 2. Meanwhile, we'll watch the Classic first match finish up here. Mark Sullivan leaves a 3, 6, 9, 10, and this is not an easy spare. And on this pattern, it's even worse. The ball hooks, he's going to chop it. If the ball goes too flat through the corner, he's not going to generate the 9. Plenty of ways to not make this, especially when you have out of bounds at like 8 out. So let's see how he handles this. Looks pretty good, Joe. Oh, that was a good shot.
Good cover.
Huge. And he was on a strike. So the pin count was tremendous on top of it. He's putting the pressure on your brother there.
That's my son.
Oh, your son. I'm sorry.
Gee whiz.
Well, it's a gray hair. It fooled me. Chuck in real estate.
Yep.
Nice. He liked it.
Ooh.
Just a little high, left a 4. We pulled it a little.
That did it.
That did it. That's enough. So, Mark Sullivan's going to win match number 1 over Chuck Von Hort now. Chuck's going to go home in 5th place with $344.
Yep, you just got to stay behind the foul line 1 or 2 shots. And sometimes how it's happened, you just fate. Still got to throw the ball decent, though.
Sure. Well, even this week, the ABT League was on this pattern, and she had the 2nd high series with handicap in the league that night out of 50 bowlers, so she bowled well. All right, Mark finishes up, shoots 182 with his 44, 226 over Chuck Von Hort, now is 218. So we're going to step aside here for just a moment. When we come back, you'll be watching match number 2. Mark Sullivan will be taking on Tina Hendrick, and Steve Dudek will be taking on Dennis Glessman. And you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here on Colorado Sports TV. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Nicholas Orsa with Joe Stepniak. This is round 2 of our Classic and Masters Stair-Step Finals. Classic match today, Mark Sullivan winning our first match up against our 3rd seed, Tina Hendrick. And Tina's going to have Mark lead the match, so they'll shake hands and they'll begin. And in our Masters, second one, we have Steve Dudek taking on our 3rd seed, Dennis Glussman out of Fort Collins. Dennis is going to lead the match. They're shaking hands and we're going to get ready to go. Handicaps are much closer in this one, Joe. We got
5 pins over here, I think.
5 pins in the Masters, and I believe we have...
Oh, only 4 in the Masters. 21 to 17.
4 pins in the Masters. And then 44 and 50, just 6 pins over here.
All right, good chance Tina's for a tie.
Thanks.
I had to get that in
of
at
course
least
you
once.
Did. Yeah.
Ooh, trip to 5.
Why not? Good start for Dennis. He had a great look on that in practice.
Yeah, he's been throwing good. Ooh.
Oop, 5-10.
Oops.
Ooh, 4 pin?
Yep, 4 pin. Didn't trip out the 4. Gonna get a piece of it? Ooh, that was close.
Oh, it sure was. With that little reverse hook, that's not that difficult of a shot for Tina. All right, Dennis with a strike, Steve with a spare in the Masters match here. Mark with a strike, Tina with an open.
Oh.
7 pin for Tina. Ooh.
He didn't kick it out either.
Nope. He
2
left
10
a 10.
pins.
Yep, 2 10 pins.
You know it's going to hook, so you give it an extra push, and it just doesn't make
ball
that
just
turn.
doesn't quite finish him. All right, looks like a good shot. All right, Tina, no problem with the 10. And same with Mr. Dudek. Okay, good job. Dennis Glussman out of Fort Collins. Actually has a pro shop with, I believe, Darrell Hauer at Chipper's Horsetooth on College Avenue.
I didn't know Dennis was ran a pro shop.
Oh. Among other things. Ooh. Mark looked like he eased up on his speed a little bit, left a big 4. Ooh, now and he leaves the big 4. Wow.
Man. Got ugly in a hurry.
It sure did.
I didn't leave that. I left a lot of other stuff, but I didn't leave that. In fact, in practice, Steve left the 5-7-10 today when we started call.
Wow.
Semis.
6 out on a strike. That's not good. 22
No, you got to get those 2. Every pin counts on this stuff.
All right, Mark gets his 2 on a strike, so he's got 26. Tina started with an open and a spare, so that match is still pretty close. But that 6 miss for Dennis that's big. Nice.
Oh, good ball. Good ball.
Good comeback too. Now he's got to make an adjustment on 36.
Yep. Sometimes you just got to let that
Yeah,
blow
you
off
got to
your
blow
back.
it off. Yeah, and Dennis has been around a while. He understands. Oop, I don't think that's going to hold. Yep,
Nope.
didn't think so. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Technical difficulties. We had stupid people in the wrong places. And not any of us, of course.
No. Guess she's not going to join ABT anytime
Yeah, probably
soon.
not. No. All right. While you were gone, Mr. Glussman is perfect on the left lane, and he's left a big 4 and the 4-7-10 on the right lane.
Line or set it down 2 feet past.
There's a
good
great
cover.
shot.
Great shot.
Great shot by Mark. He needed that too. Look at this. Oh, Steve almost carried that out for a 3-bagger.
Tapped on a hit like that. But he's staying clean. That's what it is on this shot.
Yeah, that's really all you got to do. Avoid the big errors and just grind it out. And
Why don't you tell me that my last game in semis?
I thought I did. I think it was too late.
I probably wasn't listening.
There's another good shot by Mark. All right, so he's got 64 in the fourth with a strike in the fifth. Slight lead. He's got an 8-pin advantage over Tina, which makes it almost even.
He got it out on that one.
And
he got the love tap. Way to go.
Yep, he needed that. He needed a break on that lane. He gets a big double. Try to get back in the match here. Ooh, Tina a little high, leaves a 6. And even down 29 scratch, but he could take it down to 19 with the 3-bagger here.
Yep.
And Tina makes her spare. So she's got 56 in the fourth with a spare. Down 8-pin scratch. But only down 2, so very close with the handicap difference.
Got it out. Nope. Look. Man, that sucker
crossed over, leaves 9-10. Ow. And Tina gets the mixer.
You got to watch Tina. When she needs them, she can get them.
Yeah. All right, Dennis trying. Nah, it's not going to be close. So now he's got 95. 104 in the seventh with an open. He's in trouble. Best he can do is 194 scratch. Mark crosses over, relieves the 5. And Aaron Dudek.
Steve keeps going.
127 in the sixth with a strike in the seventh. Starting to pull away. 40-pin lead. Could extend it to 50 with a double. And he does just that.
Man, they're going to have to start making rules about winged aircraft. Yeah, that pass the arrows in the air.
Well, we'll just have to invoke a no-fly zone around the bowling centers. We'll be all right. All right, Mark gets a spare. He's got 84 in the fifth. Classic match, very close. Unfortunately, the master match is leaving Dennis behind. That was a great shot.
He hasn't given up yet. He hasn't given up yet.
He's got strikes, but his misses are majors. He's probably got 5 strikes, 3 splits.
Well, gets one here. It's going to make Steve think a little bit, but it's...
Speaking of thinking a little bit, look who's to your right.
Oh. My fellow Cypher guy.
No, there's no way. Not unless somebody is deceased. Ooh.
That's a trip forward. That's a Joe ball.
You don't throw the ball that good.
I was looking at the result.
Oh, another big 4.
Jeez.
Wow. At an inopportune time.
Let's see what Steve does. Oh, Steve, I think that puts it away pretty much.
Oh, Lord. This is going to be a long day. Look at these two idiots next to us. Ross Kelly and Pagers.
Pagers has to bowl. Wait till he gets up there and starts bowling. He's
nice.
Oh, that's...
This match is game, set,
yep,
match.
It's over. Steve won this one.
Handily. Yep. So Dennis is going to go home in 4th place with $371.
Steve's going to bowl Nolan next.
Yep.
Well, now I can get back Nolan. For
oh, yeah. You've been waiting for this.
I've been waiting for this opportunity.
All right, Dennis or Steve Dudek with a great game, 236 scratch, 253 with handicap, easily defeating Dennis Glessman.
That ranks right up to
Dennis had a good look, but like I said, the misses were huge misses.
Yep.
So.
Now he snuck in.
Isn't there a curfew?
Yeah, he's out past his bedtime.
I would think so. Good shot by Mark, but leaves a 10.
What are we doing over
here? Mark's up 26. Scratch.
He just has to.
So basically, he's up 20 pins.
Yeah, just get count.
Just, make the spare first.
Yeah,
and then we'll
get
there.
the spare. We're all right.
All right, unfortunately, Dennis, disappointing finish. 177 with his handicap.
But it's bowling. You can't write anything down until it's over.
Oh, there we go. Speak of the devil. Now we got 132 in the 8th. Tatina's 118. So we're 14-6. Mark's only up 8 pins now.
You can be bowling good on a shot like this, and then you can fix it till it's broke.
Yep. It was a crazy weekend, Joe. They were predicting all week that this weekend was going to be rainy. And I think we had a spit of rain Saturday for about 10 minutes, and that was it.
We drove through a lot of rain to get here.
Today? Oh.
So
it rains up north.
Yeah, it depends on which part of Colorado you're in sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes it depends what street you're on.
You got that hail last week. I thought it was fall. I was raking leaves.
Yeah. I had to shovel my driveway from the hail. Thank God it was small.
I didn't have to go anywhere, so I just stayed and watched it melt.
Well, that's...
But it was still a pain in the neck cleaning it up.
Yeah. All right, this is now becoming a pretty big spare for Mark Sullivan here in frame number 9. Leaves a 139. 8-pin lead going into this frame. And he makes it. Good shot. All right, so it's going to be up to Tina. She's going to finish first. That's what she wanted to do.
Yep.
And,
nope.
Ooh.
Nope.
So
I think she needed them all. I think she needed them all.
And not really that bad. It'll come down to the 10th. If she can
Depends
double
on what
and Mark
he does,
not,
yeah.
It's not over yet. She has a 6-pin advantage. She's only down 9 pins. So
that's right. Yeah, that's right. With that open.
Yep. So let's see if she can double here. This makes it very interesting. She can actually strike out for 167.
167 plus.
That would
6-pin difference.
That would be,
73.
would be
73.
Huge.
That would pretty much shut him out. If,
No,
no,
it's
it
not
wouldn't
gonna
shut him.
happen
If he strikes and spares, it would shut him out.
So now we're looking at 154 is the best she can do with 50, so 204. And if Mark goes 9 spare or strike.
Forces him to mark. She makes this.
And she makes it.
She
All
did.
right. That was a good, was not an easy spare.
Nope.
So now count play is going to be a big part of this. Again, with a strike, she'll shoot 204 with handicap. And she gets, I believe she got 6. Yep.
150,
So
156.
200 with handicap. And right now, Mark, if he goes strike spare, 172 and 44 will shoot 212. So basically, he doesn't even have to mark, right? 160, 160 and 44.
She's got basically scratch. You're looking at her at 156 with the handicap difference.
He just needs good count on this ball. And that should be enough.
Yeah, it's definitely enough.
Yeah, he's fine. So even if he misses this, he's got 160 and 44.
154.
For 204, he's a winner. So Tina Hendrick
Another
will go
match
home in
down.
4th place, but she'll take home $444. Mark Sullivan wins 2 matches in a row here, and he's going to take on our 2nd seed, Greg Strayer, out of Westminster. And he misses it right on cue, but still good enough to win. So Mark Sullivan's going to advance, beating Tina Hendrick 204-200. All right, so 2 of our matches are done. When we come back, you're going to see our semifinal match. In the Masters, you'll have Steve Dudek trying to climb the ladder, taking on the color guy, Nolan, pay window Carruthers. And then in the Classic final, Mark Sullivan taking on our 2nd seed, Greg Strayer, out of Westminster. So again, you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour. We're here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, match number 3, Nicholas Sorsa with Joe Stepniak. We're going to watch our semifinals. Classic division to our left is going to be Mark Sullivan out of Colorado Springs, taking on our second seed, Greg Strayer out of Westminster. Greg's going to lead the match. And our third master final today, Steve Dudek taking on the color commentator, Nolan Carruthers. Nolan, our second seeded player, is going to lead the match, so both bowlers go ahead and shake hands, and we're going to begin.
Well, that was a pretty wimpy handshake.
Well, that's Nolan, though. You know.
Yeah.
Nolan wore green, actually thinking that he's going to make money today.
Well, he's looking serious. Did you see
know,
that
yeah. He's got that game face on.
Yeah, just
Of course, it's a video game, but, you know.
Well, he puts all these faces on Facebook all the time, man. Goes from The Walking Dead to Homer Simpson. I mean,
There you
just
go.
unbelievable.
Ooh, Greg Strayer leaves a 5-7 on a light hit. Nolan, he goes up late, but safe, 1-2.
Just a shade outside.
Yep. Money's starting to get interesting now. Ooh. Third place in the Classic division is going to take home $881, and third place in the Masters, $614.
Oh, that's respectable.
I think that'll pay Nolan's bar tab, if I'm not mistaken. He might have a couple dollars left over. Nolan, an independent trucker. Likes to throw food at Pat motorists. You know, he's into it. Ooh, Mark crossed over badly, leaves a 3-9. Now, Greg did open, unfortunately left 5-7. And this could be just as difficult, although I believe Greg made this, or Mark made this the last time, didn't he, Joe?
Well, Steve.
3-9.
Yes, he did.
All right, so both bowlers in the Masters spare in frame number 1. You notice that Steve Roskelley is here he has this thing about not being able to beat Steve Dudek, so he's going to be taking notes if Nolan can actually beat him. And he's got Cody Vaughn with him because he can't read and write, so Cody's going to try to salvage some
Mark
type of
missed
thing
that.
out of here. All right, both bowlers open
Didn't quite line it up.
in the first frame in the Classic side. All right. For all you back home watching, does Nolan Carruthers really bowl, or does he just talk a lot of smack on the air? Well, you're half right.
No, we're gonna find out here.
Ooh, a little high, got lucky, only left himself to 4-7. And Mark Sullivan, frame 2. No, boy, that one got away from him. I think, yeah, he only left 1-3-6-10. That could have been worse if he had left a 8-pin to go with it, but he got that to kick out.
Well, we can shave that off there. Oh, looks like no.
No, he pulled it.
Man.
So Nolan's open in the second. The one thing you don't want to do is you do not want to give Steve Dudek any kind of advantage, as Steve Roskelley will tell you time and time again. Ooh, and he goes by the head pin, so...
He's doing some ciphering over there. You better watch out, Nick.
That won't take him long, though. All right, Mark Sullivan unfortunately opens in the first 2 frames.
Nolan came up a little
Greg Strayer
high.
coming up for frame number 2 in the Classic. Meanwhile, Nolan Carruthers leaves himself to 3-6. And Greg Strayer to our left.
Right
Going to go
down.
Brooklyn, and he
There you go,
carries.
yep.
All right. Gives himself a little bit of breathing room there. And
Got it.
yep, good shot by Nolan. All right.
Do those graphics show up on the TV screen?
As far as what?
The graphics where it shows strike.
Oh, God, no,
they don't.
please.
Okay. Because you can turn those off. You know, you can turn those
Yeah,
off.
you got coach control and all that on these scores. And no.
Ooh, wouldn't tip over.
Now, if Roskelley was bowling Dudek, that would have carried. for a double. All right, Nolan's going to be down 13, but he gets 8, so he's only down 5. Not bad after 3 frames.
Steve covered that one.
And, oh, looks like Greg missed also. Floated the ball out and it just never recovered.
Wow.
So he's got 35 in the third to Mark Sullivan's possible 38 in the third. So that match is
was it 8 pins?
maybe
difference?
so maybe 11 pins at the most right here. Both bowlers struggling just to get out of the gate.
It's like Steve moved a little bit from the last one.
No, is that possible?
Well, forward or backward.
Okay, I'll give you that.
But I think he moved left a little bit.
That's a pretty good shot there. Ooh, just a little light and can't get the 2 pin from the back. But fairly easy spare attempt here.
Okay.
And we have our all-time Masters champion winner in titles is our leader. And who's going to rap about him is our second place Masters title holder, which is sitting to my right, Mr. Stepniak. And Mr. Pagers has not made the finals in quite a while.
Yeah, either have I. Well, I think I made a 5th a while back because the last title was a Western, but you never know. There's so many bowlers in this. It just
yeah, it's easy to lose track.
When you put the handicap together, it's just hard to do it consistently anymore.
No, wait to get my age. Oof.
Your age, you're a youngster.
Ooh, that looked pretty good. Ooh, he
didn't
couldn't
carry
get
the
the
10.
10. Nolan, ooh, 1-2-7. Meanwhile, Dudek's on a Dutch 200 pace. Nolan down 13 scratch, but getting 8, so he's only down 5 pins, but needs this spare conversion to keep it at that.
Could have it.
Yep, good shot.
Good.
And Mark Sullivan, good
Mark
shot.
made his too.
He can't believe he made the 10 pin.
Mark was trying to tell me he's too old for this out there.
Sullivan?
Yeah. What is he? All of 40?
Nah, he's 51.
51?
Yeah.
Holy cow, he's getting up there.
Yeah, he could be your son.
A couple more centuries, he'll be up with me.
And look at this.
I already got a son. I don't need another one.
That's another shot that would have carried had Ross Kelly bowled him.
Oh, man. Then we got Pagers hanging out with Don Patterson back there.
Oh, my God. And the hands are up for the 5 pin. Now, you know that's never going to happen. Come on. All right, still a close match. 5 pin difference. Meanwhile, Strayer and Sullivan are kind of grinding.
No, you got
Greg
that.
makes a spare. Up 8 pins.
That was there.
Scratch.
Steve got that one out right in the hole. Right in the hole.
That's a tie match over there with the handicap difference. And
Ooh,
a 5
I'm
pin
interested
match
in
over
that.
here. Of course you are. You're always up for ties.
Yeah. It's not that I'm rooting for anybody. It just extends the match.
Yeah, thanks. All right, frame 5 for Greg. And, couldn't get either pin out. Leaves himself the baby split. 310. And 5th frame, 6th frame for Nolan. Crosses over. Oh, little damage. He pulls the Dudek on Dudek.
He's still looking pretty serious.
Nah, I think he has gas.
It could be. Oh, it's sitting around driving a truck.
Could do it, yeah. I can see where that would build up.
Yeah,
Good shot. All right, so Greg marks in the 5th, keeping that match very close. And Nolan, if he can double here, get a little bit of...
oh, that's out too far.
Yeah, ain't coming back. Nope. Fortunately, he's on a strike, so the pin count don't hurt him. 1, 2, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 4, 8, I'm sorry. Frame 5 for Mark Sullivan. White leaves at 2, 4, 5.
think he's got it.
Nice. All right.
Right there.
So other than that one open, Nolan's grinding along, making everything, as is Steve. Steve's still clean through 5. But
Yeah,
can't
nobody
get a double.
doubling yet. Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to find this right lane.
Don't get the wires. We already had wires.
And he chops it.
Ooh, Steve breaks it up.
So 53 in the 5th for Mark Sullivan. Not good. He's going to be down 20 scratch. So he's up 12 right now with the handicap difference.
He's got to turn things around here.
Steve grinding along, still in that Dutch 200 pace. Perfect on 35, but can't find a strike on 36.
Oh, that was way left.
Wow. 1-3-8-10.
Oh.
Oh, there goes perfection on the left lane.
Got hit, but it just didn't go over.
Nope. Steve is a cabinet maker out of Commerce City. Makes the 7-pin, no problem. Going up against an independent truck driver, Nolan Carruthers, and Nolan actually delivers to Steve's place of work, because one time Nolan had an accident getting out of his truck and just beat himself up. He's laying in the parking lot. Who comes out to pick him up? Dudek.
Yeah, I've had a series of accidents in the past few
He
month or two.
slipped on the ice and just
Slipped on the
had
ice.
a bad fall. Ooh, kick it out. Oh, he couldn't get the 10 out. Neither one.
Missed a step, fell on my head in gymnastics, jammed my shoulder.
Oh, don't forget about getting on the chair.
That's what I mean. Actually, that's
When
the
you jacked your
gymnastics
knee
meet,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was years ago though. That was
your second replacement.
I didn't replace. I had to replace my ACL, but that was geez, I don't know how many years ago.
It's been a
now.
while.
A long
Yeah, it's been a while.
time. At least 15, maybe more than that. Well, I've been retired 2007 was before that, so
Yeah, because didn't you do it at school?
15, I guess 15, 16 years maybe.
Yeah.
But now that knee's stronger than the original.
Well, hopefully, yeah. All right, Nolan,
At
let's
least
see if
that's
you
what
can
the
keep it
doctor
going.
told me.
It's down 13 scratch.
All right.
Get it.
Ooh.
All right.
Looked like it was in the set, and all of a sudden it's going Brooklyn. I thought it was going to run away, and then just laid there and struck.
Yeah, Greg missed wild right, so leaves himself to 1-2-4. Both matches are actually fairly close with the handicap differences, less than a mark. And Steve light, but can't kick out the 4. Nolan's kind of hanging around.
Yeah, well, he
Steve
gave
can't
himself a
shake him.
chance with
Yeah.
that strike in the ninth.
Yeah, nobody can double. And Greg Strayer makes his 1-2-4. Steve makes his 7. And it looks like Steve Dudek's going to finish first. He's going to be up on lane 35 in the 10th frame. Nolan has the strike in the 9th, foundation frame. So regardless of what Steve does here, it's going to be up to Nolan. Win or lose.
Yeah.
And that's high, and he kicks it out.
Well, the suspense is still there.
Yeah. Well, it's going to hook.
No,
Yep.
no, Mark's struggling this game.
1-3-6-9. I think he's running out of gas, to be honest with you. That's a lot of bowling today. Oh, and he can't double. So the best Steve Dudek can do is 198 scratch. With 17 would give him 215. Meanwhile, Nolan, if Nolan just goes spare strike, he shoots 186 and 25.
He needs a double.
For 211, yeah. So he has to have the first one.
He has to have the first one.
197 for Steve. Scratch. 214 with handicap. Mark Sullivan, unfortunately, really struggling here. 70 in the 7th. I think he only has two marks out of 7 frames. Will this one come up? No. 1, 2, 4, 7. 186 and 25 is 211. It's not enough.
195. Nope, Steve's got it.
So Nolan Carruthers is going to finish in 3rd place. But a nice payday. He's taking home $614.
Yeah, that's respectable.
And makes a
got
spare.
it the hard way. And Greg needs a split.
And 9-10. Unusual. Nope, same thing. 1, 2, 4, 9. So he's going to shoot 182 with handicap 207. All right, so on the Masters, our finals are set. It's going to be Steve Dudek coming up the ladder to take on Craig Pagers of Arvada.
Steve's got a bunch of titles, too. He's up there.
Yeah, Steve's got like 17, I think. 16 or 17. Yep. And what are you at?
17.
17, yeah. Mr. Pagers with 23. All right, so in the Classic Division, just wrapping up, Greg Strayer, Westminster, up in frame number 9. And great shot, very good. He set himself up for the 10th. Now let's see what Mark can do. He can actually strike out for 160. With his 8-pin difference, 168. He still can put some heat on Greg. Let's see what Mark can do here. One at a time. And gets the one.
Oh, Messenger.
That was huge. Absolutely huge. Yep. So he's going to finish first. Still needs it. Still needs the next 2 just to put any kind of pressure on Greg. Yep. But you'll take him one at a time like that. Maybe that's the one he needed to get himself going here.
Never know. Sometimes you're struggling and all of a sudden, bang, it's there.
And that was even a bit better, but he couldn't kick out the 10.
Nope.
So he's going to shoot 139 with a spare conversion. And 44 pins handicap. He'll shoot 183.
7.
And meanwhile, even if Greg opens, he can shoot 144 and 36 for 180. So if Mark spares would count, Greg's going to just have to spare.
Yep.
And Mark does that.
Spares.
You know I love you.
So
is it 8 pins difference?
Yes,
yeah.
8-pin difference.
So 47. He's gonna, depending on his count, Greg's gonna need a mark.
Yes, count is important. The nice thing is Greg's on a strike.
Yep.
All right, Mark finishing up here. And does get the strike for 139. So he shoots 183 with handicap.
7.
So any mark here from Greg Strayer, he's a winner.
Yep.
And if Mark fails to advance, he's still going to take home $881. Plus he made over 300 in sweepers, so he's had himself a great day today. Let's see, that's going to hook. And okay, he's got to make the 5-9. And when these lanes hooking like this, a chop is not out of the question.
Nope. He's not hooking all that much with his ball.
But he must make it.
Yep. I can't tell.
Good shot.
He got it.
All right. So he's got 136 and a 9th with a spare and a 10th.
Yeah, just needs a couple pins, right?
Yeah, 5, I believe, is enough.
I don't even think it's that much. 48 pins difference is 47. So he's got 46. Just
Yeah,
needs
you're right.
2
Doesn't
pins.
even need that.
Joe, you want to come down and sub? Want to come sub?
So, no thanks.
All right, Greg
I got a
finishes
job
strong.
here.
156 and 36. 192 defeats Mark Sullivan's 183.
Well,
Excellent
Mark made
match.
a good run.
Mark had a great weekend. All right, so our championship match is set. We're going to have Greg Strayer out of Westminster looking for his first title up against David Schlehuber of Fort Collins. And in the Masters, we got Steve Dudek taking on our all-time Master champion in victories, Craig Pagers of Arvada. And you're going to see that in just a minute. Again, you're watching the ABT here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. Nicholas Sarsa, Joe Stepniak with the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge, Colorado. We're bringing you Classic and Master Stair-Step Finals this afternoon. And our Classic Final will feature Greg Strayer out of Westminster, Colorado, looking for his first ABT title up against David Schlehuber, who's been on a little bit of a roll. Just won his third title a couple weeks ago with his nephew Andrew in one of our doubles events. And in our Master Final, we got two heavyweights. Lots of titles between the two of them. Steve Dudek coming up the ladder. He's won 17 titles up against Craig Pagers of Arvada, who has won 23. Craig's going to have Steve lead the match. David's going to have Greg lead the match. Shake hands, gentlemen. We are ready to go. Champion today in the Classic Division, $3,038. Masters Division, $1,913. And Craig is elected to have Steve lead.
Steve took a lot of time on the approach, I tell you.
And what, 2 seconds?
Yeah.
Leaves a 7 pin. And we're looking at David Schlehuber over here. David out of Fort Collins. A teacher. All right, Steve makes his E. Ooh, light mixer. He can't get out to 7 either. And Steve Dudek did make his spare. And now we're looking at our all-time master champion, Craig Pagers. Last title with his 23rd was right here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge. Oh, wow. Starts out packs of 4-9. Not a good start.
Just turned a hair too much.
He does have an 8-pin advantage in here, so this isn't a killer first frame. Could have been disaster a couple frames down the road. Gets his one. All right, Greg Strayer. Ooh, high. Leaves himself the 3-6. David, meanwhile, did make his 7-pin.
It's a 1-pin match over there.
Yeah. Good to see Craig back in the top 5. We haven't seen Craig in the finals in quite a while.
Takes us old guys a while to circulate through.
Craig's another original Master member when the Masters Division started in 1995.
Yeah, you wouldn't let me bowl in it.
Well, you weren't. I didn't like you back then. Good shot for Craig. I couldn't beat you in league. Why was I going to let you join my club?
That's true. Yeah, that was back when there was short oil.
Oh, God, yeah, I remember that. Ooh. Ooh. Good shot by Steve Dudek, leaves it 10. And Greg Strayer leaves himself the 6-10. Both bowlers in the Classic Division on spares. And again, just a 1-pin difference over there to David Schlehuber's advantage.
Yep.
And will it hold? Yes. Okay. Greg back-to-back spares. Good start.
Well, looks like the handicap difference has gone over here.
Yeah, we figured it would with that bad break, that 4-9 in the first frame for Craig. Actually only down 2 pins, though, but working on a strike. Steve Dudek with 2 spares. Leaves himself the baby split, the 3-10, frame number 3.
When Craig gets lined up at that angle, though, he's tough.
Yeah. Nice shot by David Schlehuber. And Steve, no, couldn't quite get it. Takes the 3 straight back, doesn't get out to 10. So he's got 2 spares and an open, 46 in the third. Craig can do an early jump right here with a double. And David Schlehuber can do the same. He's got a spare strike. Gets a double here. He can take an early 10-pin lead or so. And there we go. And mixes it up for a double. Ooh, Craig. Good shot, just a little high. Leaves a 4-pin. All right. So David Schlehuber out of the gate, spare double, taking an early lead over Greg Strayer, trying to win his first title. Regardless, Greg's going to have a great day. He's going to win $1,518.
Yeah, not too sloppy.
Pagers makes his 4-pin. Greg, good boy. All right, he comes back with a strike of his own. Only down 11. And he gets a double. We're back to pretty much a 1-pin match again. Here we go. Frame number 4, Greg Strayer. Oh, real high. Leaves himself 3-6-10. And Craig
Put that out there.
rolls it up and carries. All right.
Made sure he got
49 in
that
the
extra
third.
room on there on that one.
Yeah. So he's up 3-pin scratch with his 8 handicap, now up 11 pins. Steve trying to get back in it here. Ooh, big 4. That's what, the 4th one I think we've seen today, Joe?
Yep.
4, 6, 7, 10.
Everybody's trying to get it out there, but that ball just turns up. It's another unusual thing is David's so far inside.
Yeah.
The shot forces you to do that.
Yeah, you have to. That's the move. Ooh, good. Good mixer for Steve. Gets right back in the mess here. Two bad splits, but it's not over yet. Oh, meanwhile. Oh, a little bit of action late, but he does leave the 4-6-9 split. And he was on a double. So if he can get 2 of the 3 here, give himself 75 in the 4th. And a strike by Strayer would give him 78. So again, just a 4-pin difference there. So nobody's going anywhere. Ooh!
Still,
Wow! He cannot carry that lane.
he wanted that one too.
Yeah, he sure did. 9-pin. And David gets 1. So he's got 73 in the 4th. And with a strike, Greg could have 78. 5, and he's getting 1, so just a 4-pin difference. Yeah, Craig's smelling blood. He's like a great white shark. He wanted that double in the worst way. He's up 15, and with his 8, he's now up 23 pins halfway through the championship match.
Steve's on the strike, so he has a chance to get some of that back.
Oh, David goes
Have
light.
to adjust his flaps a little bit.
2-4-8.
That one looks good.
Sure did. Wow. He's got just a little bit of a better look on the left lane, and he's absolutely taken full advantage of it. Now he's just, I know what he's doing in his mind. He's going, what do I got to do to carry lane 36? He's tried a couple different bowling balls, and it looks like he's getting the same result. Meanwhile, Steve, badly needing a double and getting it, gets himself right back in the match.
Helps.
He can actually get the match to within 2 or 3 pins if he can throw another one here. But then Craig Pagers is on a strike, and he can figure out lane 36. He'd be in great shape. And, he can't get the 10 out.
Man.
Looked good.
Looked like it was going to fall right on it.
Sure
and
did.
Rolling
Greg Strayer, meanwhile, went high, but left himself to 3-6. And with David's split opening,
Ooh, he yanked it a little bit.
Oh, key mistake there.
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
111 in the 7th. Yep.
It gives Craig.
Wow, Craig can take a huge lead next 2 frames here.
And Craig's the guy that'll take advantage of it.
And Craig, he had a chance to jump on David, and he opens in turn. So he's got 85 in the 5th to David's 82 in the 5th. 2-pin match. Unbelievable. 2-pin match in the Classic.
I won't say the word.
No, don't do it to me. See if Craig can get a double here. No. Oh. Wow. Oh, did he get the 7 out? Yeah, he sure
Looks
did.
like it did,
Wow,
yeah.
he got lucky. Just leaves a 3-6-10. Oh, and Greg goes up light, leaves a washout. 1-2-10. Bowlers are really struggling now, trying to find pocket and keep it. Will it finish?
Oh,
Nope.
Not that ball.
Unbelievable. Neither bowler can take advantage of their opponent's opens. So Craig's got 117 in his 7th to Steve's 111. So he's up
Plus
14 with the handicap difference. But he could have been up a tremendous amount with a double or even a mark. Meanwhile, in the Classic division, Greg Strayer went open, leaving the door open for David Schlehuber.
Got it out. We'll come to.
And Mixer can't get either pin. Leaves himself to 5-7.
Man, that looked like it was going to come out, but he gave it an extra little bit of speed to try to.
And David, oh, what a big strike. That match is officially tied right now. And he can take a 10-pin lead with
I
a
didn't
double.
say that.
I did.
Oh, he's going after this one.
Sure
Just a
is.
little flip.
Ooh, couldn't get it. 126 in the 8th. A mark by Steve will give him 131. Craig's lead is down to 3 pins. Both of these matches are going to go down to the last ball, Joe. I can just feel
60, yeah. Most Craig can get is 186 scratch.
That looked a little wide, light, and can't carry out the 2.
Man.
That would have been unbelievable. Meanwhile, David on a sloppy mixer here just leaves himself the head pin. Couldn't get a double. And Steve gets the spare. So we're down to a 3-pin match in the Masters and a tie match right now in the Classic. Can't get them any closer than that. Oh, baby split.
It just came. Looked like a flush brookie almost, but
Yeah, the
just not quite.
Last 3 frames on the left lane for Steve Dudek have really been tough. He was fortunate to get the 1 strike, but then he flagged a 10, and now he leaves himself the baby split. And
nope.
Can't get that either. Now he's open in the 9th, 138 in the 9th, and gives it right back to Craig Pagers.
6.
Unbelievable. Greg Strayer crosses over, just leaves himself to 5. He makes this 5-pin, and we'll have a tie going into the last 2 frames. Looks like, okay, he's got that, no problem. Craig comes up light, 248. I was wrong about the Classic one, Joe. I thought there was an 8-pin difference on the later. There's only 1.
Yeah, there's only 1. Yep.
So David is actually in control here by 7 with 3 frames to go. Or 9, I'm sorry. 9 pins. And Greg gets a much-needed strike there. And Craig Pagers can't get out to 248. Look at this.
Holy cow.
He's up 5 pins with his handicap going into the 10th frame. Both bowlers were 130s in the ninth. You'd have never believed it.
No, I thought it was going to be a decent scoring match.
I know, but
these shots jump out.
The bear.
Yep.
is coming back with a vengeance.
That's why some people come out and bowl this and they think they're going to tear it up with their league shot here, but it doesn't happen.
No. Yeah, these patterns make you think, and they drive you nuts. Oh, high and gets a carry. 122 in the seventh. Maintains that 9-pin lead. He can take it up to 19.
Oh, he gave that.
Oh, there we go. He can't believe.
See the 8-pin tried to stand up?
Now he can lock him out with another one. David, big strike. He doubles in the eighth and ninth.
Uh-oh.
That was huge. Greg's got to come back and do it again. He's got to do the same thing. Only he's got to do it in the ninth and 10th.
Craig's putting some extra speed on these, and it didn't kick that 4.
All right, so he did force Steve to double.
Yep.
And Greg Strayer comes up high. So best he can do is 184, and I think time's running out on Greg.
Jeez, look at this. 155 scratch to max 168 scratch.
Unbelievable.
That went downhill quick. Classic scores are going to be higher scratch.
I don't know about that. And here it
is.
is.
That's it.
Unbelievable. In a freakishly close, low-scoring match, Craig Pagers wins title number 24. Defeating Steve Dudek. Steve's going to take home $956. Craig Pagers is going to take home $1,913.
All right, decent payday, Well, you just fill that one. Now we still got going over here. Oh.
Oops. Is that an 810?
Yeah.
Sure is.
Yep.
Wow. That pretty much seals it for Greg.
160. Yeah. Nope.
That's a shame. 160 for Greg Strayer. David Schlehuber is going to win his 4th title. All he needs to do basically just stay behind the line, and he's a winner. And high and kicks it out again, and game, set, match. David coming on strong. Goes 3-bagger, 8th, 9th, first frame in a 10th, and leaves no doubt as to who is going to win that match. And a big payday for the Classic division. Again, Greg Strayer is second place, but he takes home $1,518. David Schlehuber, with his win, takes home $3,038. Oh, and he throws even a better ball. Oh, we can't take out the 9.
Good one.
That was the battle of the ugly.
Oh, Craig had a good line all the way through semis, so.
All right, 201 for David Schlehuber with his handicap 238. Defeats Greg Strayer's 196. When we come back, I'm going to talk to our 2 champions here. We'll have some interesting conversation, I would think, between Pagers and Schlehuber. Don't you think, Joe?
It could be. You never know what Pager's going to talk about.
Joe, thanks for sitting in for Mr. Carruthers today.
Oh, it was fun. It was
All
fun.
right,
I'm not
hopefully
going to
we'll-
give up my day job, though.
Okay, good idea. Yeah, since you're retired, that would be an excellent idea. All right, see you next week at Coal
All right.
Creek.
Yep, I'll be
All
there
right.
on Sunday.
Excellent. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back. Talk to our champions in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nicholas Sorsa with my two champions this weekend here at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge. David Schlehuber winning title number 4, tying brother Jeff. You knew that was going to happen as soon as Jeff got number 4. And extending his overall Masters lead is Mr. Craig Pagers from Arvada with title number 24 in, 21 years. And you'd say, well, that's a lot in 21 years, but actually, Craig, you've really been struggling this past year. This is the first time you've made the finals in it has to be almost a year, when you think?
Probably.
Yeah.
Don't get old.
Well, tell me how that works.
I tell you what, I'll say this. Winning the same day as Pagers wins, I have a ton of respect for Craig. I love watching him bowl. He throws the ball great. He's a competitor. We've been buddies. He cost me a doubles tournament one time when he shot like $150, but I love him anyway.
But look, he did it again today and he won.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, Dave, and your match was absolutely exciting. Well, actually, both of them were exciting. Unfortunately, Craig and Steve just got ugly and brutal over there, and they just kept giving it back and forth. And then in your match, Greg was hanging with you for a while, but you found the line and threw 3 big strikes there in the 8th, 9th, and first one in the 10th to basically take care of that situation. But
just got in deeper.
You win number 4.
Yeah, it's huge.
And about 3 weeks ago, you won a doubles with Andrew.
Yep.
And wasn't it about just a couple months prior to that, you won number 2, or has it been longer?
No, I had won back when we bowled at Golden. I won there.
That's right.
I won here, and then I was second the next year. 3 out of 4 years I've been in the finals.
That's right. He has a good Memorial Day streak.
He does.
I love this tournament. I love this house. Andrew and I won 2 weeks ago. I made the finals last week and just came out and bowled like a fish.
And Sturgeon don't want to hear that.
Man.
Yeah. But I learned from it. I got fast. Really not with my feet. I got fast in my head. I was thinking too much and thinking ahead. And today I said, just keep making shots and just stay, give yourself a chance. And that one ball I threw when I almost left the Greek church. Yeah. I don't have a lot of room left, but I got to get a little bit further left. And the next ball, I tripped those 2 4-pins.
Right.
And that's huge. That's bold.
Sure.
Yeah,
it is.
But the big thing, and you know this, you love my dad. I love my dad. And we're going fishing in South Dakota. We're leaving tomorrow.
You told me that.
We're leaving tomorrow morning. Yeah. And so to win this right before I go up for that is huge.
Because Pops, I heard $20 bills are good bait. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Just kind of throw it out there and reel it back in.
Well, Pops, if you're out there, I love you, and we'll be on the road tomorrow, big guy.
That's cool.
You just make it rain out there.
Yeah.
There you go. So what did you use today? What ball were you using?
That was the Match Pearl, probably the weakest ball I had. Because of all the play, the middle of the lanes burn up, and that was the only thing I had that I could get any length with.
Yeah. And it was difficult because both of you guys normally compensate in your games as far as being able to take care of that. Obviously, Steve does it with loft and speed, and just kills his roll.
Right.
You don't throw the ball as fast as he does, but you have the experience and you can find the right ball to fit the game you want to play.
Right.
But it was amazing how you guys were both in the right part of the lane, and it just absolutely blew up.
It did.
It was crazy. I mean, you got the lowest RG ball you got. The ball's hooking away from you.
And I had an advantage that by watching Steve, I seen his right lane was the hard lane for him because you couldn't get deep enough because of the rack.
Yes.
So I thought, well, if I have him finished there, I'll have a little advantage. But needless to say, it was my hard lane too. So.
Yeah. Fortunately, again, it just went back and forth, and he still could have doubled in the 10th and beat you, but as hard as that pattern was getting.
Yeah, that's a tough ask there.
Yeah. And being on the tough lane.
Yes.
Yeah.
0 for 2, unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right. Well, David, tell Pops.
I will.
Have a great trip.
I will.
Catch plenty of fish.
Thank you.
See you in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
And speaking of fish, no. Congratulations on win number 24.
Good luck.
Pagers, you're the man. Good job.
Good luck fishing, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, next week we're at Coal Creek Lanes in Lafayette. We're going to be on the Badger. 52?
Yeah.
52 or 53 feet. This is going to be fun, I guarantee it. Nicholas Sorsa.
I'm glad I'm going to South Dakota.
David Schlehuber, Craig Pagers. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Ta-ta.